The society labeled the most beautiful woman in the world only belong to a fair-skinned, smooth, slim, tall, and have a button nose. Despite dark or pale-skinned people have a white nose and face, not slim, short, and have unsmooth skin, society stigmatizes ugly. Hello, great soul. Welcome back to my channel at Lily77. Today, I gonna talk about why beauty standards make self-confidence impossible. A button nose, blue eyes, and blonde hair, slim, tall, and fair skin. These features belong to the most beautiful woman in the world. Alina Yakubova, at 6 years old, from Moscow, has thousands of followers on Instagram around the world. How these beauty standards affect all of the women. The society level, the most beautiful woman in the world, only belong to a fair skin, slim, tall, and have a button nose. Bella headed Nat to the top spot on the golden ratio, an ancient Greek equation used to measure the beauty, published on the Daily Mail. Beyonce is the only black woman on the top 10 list. By using the term of the most beautiful, the list subsequently implies racial preference. But these lists are excluding and demanding. They are not scientific and helpful. This one is particularly cost a lot of money and exposure. Despite dark skin, pale skin, people who have a white nose and face, not slim, short, have unsmooth skin, society stigmatizes ugly. This is beauty standard. Trends makes all of the women fail and makes self-confidence impossible. People will consider beautiful and accepted if you have fair skin, if you have smooth skin, if you slim, tall, and have a button nose. Because the beauty upholds only beautiful features experiences, other people can feel pressure to adapt and conform. Even East Asian women can form a desire to less look Asian. The last decade has increased in whitening product using and sunblocks. Many people overuse whitening products to change their skin color to look beautiful because they think only fair-skinned people are beautiful. Large butts, lips, slim bodies, small, and have fair skin are now desirable as part of our racially ambiguous obsession. While it's not simple enough to stereotype traits and say this is one background and that's another, there is an obvious pattern. It is an issue that dark and pale skinned women don't have the same compliments for their hairs and bodies. We are grow up being told that discriminate is unacceptable, yet discriminate beauty standards continue to exist. As long as society keep using the taste standard to define beauty, people will live aware of their uniqueness and what is meant in the world. We are supposed to see others for who they are, That's unrealistic when media encourage us to adhere to plastic bicycle ideals is the beauty standard for all the people. I believe divine beauty standards fail many of us, but this statement doesn't have intention to a group personal stories. What written is based on personal experiences, listening to friends and relatives, as well as reading opinion pieces, living a beauty standard. I see how separate our beauty narratives are based on how dissimilar we look from one another. Being a positive person, confident and embrace self-worth and see on uniqueness is difficult because of the beauty standards nowadays and all the flawless things we see online on social media, and we like to compare ourselves, and you like to feel nothing and good enough because you like to compare yourself with others on social media. Myself, I believe there is a beauty in everyone is within you. You are unique and you are worthy no matter what. I always have said that the difference and experiences is what makes us unique, interesting, and therefore beautiful. The world would far more boring if everyone looked the same. I see this on Instagram where a lot of people try to create the ideal look. It's becoming predictable and fake looks. Strides have been made, but I also think many companies are just doing things differently now because they are worried about being called out online. I think if some brands could, they would go back to using one type of model for advertising. In the world when we are constantly bombarded with images of seemingly perfect individuals, it is also too easy to fall into a trap of self-comparison. When we may find ourselves scrutinizing our features and bodies, focusing on perceived flaws and imperfections, this constant comparison can lead to a vicious circles of negative self-talk and self-criticism, eroding our self-esteem and sense of self-worth. A 25 years old graduated student shared her experience how he spent hours scrolling through social media, comparing herself to a flawless image she saw online. He started to feel like he wasn't good enough, like he needed to change herself to measure up. She got the point when she was afraid to post her own photo because she felt like Dawn couldn't compare and perfection she saw online. The pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards can be all-consuming, leading us to prioritize our appearances over other essential aspects of our lives. We may spend excessive time and energy on grooming, shopping for the latest beauty products, or obsessing over our diet and exercise routines. This preoccupation can distract us from nurturing our relationship, pursuing our passion, and engaging in activities that bring us genuine joy and fulfillment. Dr. Emily Roberts, a psychologist specializing in body image, explained that when we tie our self-worth to our appearance, we often neglect two other parts of ourselves that makes us unique and valuable. This can lead to a feeling of emptiness and disconnection as we focus more on presenting perfect communicate to the world that cultivating our aesthetic selves, the relentless pursuit of unattainable beauty ideals, can make accepting and loving ourselves as we are challenging. We may constantly strive to change or fix perceived imperfections rather than embracing our unique qualities and celebrating our individuality. This lack of self-acceptance can lead to various negative emotions, from frustration, disappointment, to shame and self-loathing. At 30 years old, manager reflects on her journey. I used to be so critical of my appearances, always focusing on what I wanted to change. I wasn't until I started practicing self-compassion and reminding myself that my worth isn't tied to the looks that I began to feel more peace with myself. It is ongoing process, but learning to accept and appreciate my body has been incredibly liberating. While the emotions toll of chasing unrealistic beauty standards can be so happy, there are strategies we can employ to foster self-acceptance and break free from the comparison traps. Here are a few tips to get started. First is you need to practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the kindness and understanding you'd like exchange to their friends. Acknowledge that everyone has flaws and imperfections and that not divine your worth. Curate your media intake. Be mindful of your content and consider unfollowing accounts or limiting exposure to image that triggers negative self-comparisons. Seek out content that promotes body positivity and celebrate diversity. The emotional toll of chasing unrealistic beauty standards is a significant one, infecting individuals across various backgrounds and life stages. By recognizing the negative impact of the constant self-comparisons and the pressure to conform, we can shift to our focus towards self-acceptance and self-love, implementing strategies such as practicing self-comparison, creating our media intake, and focusing on our unique qualities can help us to more positive relationship with ourselves and our experiences. Focus on your uniqueness qualities. List your strength and unique qualities. Celebrate that aspect of yourself and recognize that your value extends far beyond your appearances. Engage in activity that bring you joy. Diversity of beauty has been a powerful tool in my self-acceptance journey. It is important to remember that beauty comes in countless forms and that our differences are what makes us special, worthy, and unique. Well, it's all about I can share today about why beauty standards make self-confidence impossible. Don't forget to support to this channel and turn the notification to get a new video every week about self-improvement, about mental health idea. And I'm very happy to look forward to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.